Hello and welcome to English with Jimmy. Today's subject is about the use of a, an, some, and any. We use a for singular countable nouns that begins with a consonant. We know the alphabet has got vowels like A, E, I, or U, and the rest are consonant. Okay, so here is an example. There is a vase on the mantle. We use in a because vase is singular and vase is countable. We can say 1, 2, 3 vases, okay? And vase is a noun, okay? And vase begins with a consonant, begins with V. That's why we used a, okay? Moving on, we use an also for singular countable nouns, okay? That begins with a vowels, which means begins with A, E, I, or U, all right? Example, there is an apple in the basket. Apple is a singular and it's countable. We can say 5, 6, 7 apples. And noun, apple is a noun, yes, and it begins with a vowel. It begins with A. So an apple. Okay, now moving on, we use some for plural, countable, or uncountable nouns in affirmative or positive sentences. Okay, here's an example. There are some eggs in the fridge. We have eggs are plural and eggs are countable. We can say half a dozen eggs, 2 dozens, whatever. And eggs are nouns, okay? And the sentence is positive. Yes, there are some eggs in the fridge. You can make an omelet, okay? Or you can make a cake or something, okay? So it's a positive sentence, and that's why we used some. Now, we use any for plural, countable, or uncountable nouns, again, in negative, remember sentences, or question sentence, question, if you're asking a question. So, example for that, there isn't any milk in the fridge. That is a negative because he can't drink because there's no milk in the fridge. There is not any milk. Milk is plural, yes, and it's uncountable. You can't count milk, okay? And milk is noun, all right? And the sentence is negative. That's why we used any. And then in a question, we say, is there any milk in the fridge? That's a question. You're asking, is there any milk in the fridge? And because it's a question, we used any, all right? That is when to use any. Now, we've got one last thing, some exceptions. We have questions sometimes that could be an offer or a request or a suggestion when we are allowed to use some, okay? Instead of any, obviously, okay? Would you like some tea? Okay, it's a question. You don't say, would you like any tea? No. Would you like some tea? That's an offer. You're offering something. Can I have some sugar? That's a request, okay? Here you're also using some. And why don't we go out with some friends? That's a suggestion, okay? And it's also like they all like questions, but there are exceptions, and we're using some in them instead of any. That's it. A, as I said today, so we talked about when to use a, when to use an, when to use some, and when to use any, and the exception for these. Okay, that's it. And I thank you.